What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another profile here on TCG University for the card game UniVersus. My name's Tam, and today I'm going to be doing a deck profile on Spike 1 Dot. A little backstory on this deck for the Campus Championship. Hashtag we're almost done. I was trying to avoid making a life or death deck because I kept being tempted to include Spirit Gun into the list. And at time of recording, Spirit Gun was still, at time of building, Spirit Gun was still unerrated. But now, like the day I was making the deck physically, it has been unerrated. So this is a water spike deck with no Spirit Gun in sight because you legally can't play it. Our name's not Yusuke. So with that, let's jump into the list. All right, everybody, so this is Spike 1 Dot. He is a 7-hand size character with 24, you heard me, 24 life. He's got some very simple effects. Flip 1 foundation. This attack gets +1 or +2 or -2 speed, excuse me. And then enhance, if you have more face down foundations than your opponent, this attack gets +1 or -1 damage. He's very much, hey, how can I squeeze the most value out of a character possible? How can I get value town? Inside the Campus Championship, I kind of felt like I fought against a bad matchup being Elena, but fighting against, what did I fight for my first round? It wasn't Mad Pearl, was it? I don't know. Either way, fighting against what did I fight first round? It was Dimitri. I fought Dimitri. Oh, fighting against Dimitri. All right, cut all that, James. 3, 2, 1. All right, everybody. So this is Spike 1 Dot. He is a 7-hand size character with 24 health. He has got 2 very basic effects. Enhance, flip 1 foundation. This attack gets +2 or -2 speed. And then enhance, if you have if you have more face downs than your opponent, this deck gets +1 or -1 damage. So Spike is all about getting incremental advantage continually. He does not have very strong effects, but the effects are effective, right? And so in order to build Spike underwater, I really dug deep into Kuwabara support because I wanted to really mess around with my face downs, and that was the inspiration behind the deck that we're going to be playing. We're going to bring him over here so we can actually see him. All right, so under our actions, we're playing 4 Bang. Honestly, I wanted to use this to bang people to death. It's Spike's card. Response after your opponent does not block this attack. They lose 3 vitality and you draw a card. It replaces itself and it adds +1 to progressive, but it's an additional little baby attack. That replaces itself. Super good. And then enhance, remove, seal 1 card in my opponent's staging area. I almost never wanted to do that ever. There was one time versus Dimitri I had to do that because he rando Spirit Gun to me, and that's just disrespectful. But yeah, I want to make one of my Vengeance unblockable and then bang you right after and hit you with as much damage as I can. Assets, we're playing 1 Fiddlesticks. After I touch you with something that's not a Vengeance, I want to pick it back up as quickly as I can. And I've got plenty of face downs to destroy. I'll flip a useless foundation, and then it'll get -2 speed, stack a card with Fiddlesticks, then draw a card. Very relevant. The best attack in the game. At one point, the card should have been banned. Vengeance of the Fallen Angel. Spike, first enhance if my name is Spike, so Spike 1 or Spike 2. This attack is unblockable. Sounds familiar. Players cannot play enhance abilities for the rest of the turn, or enhance abilities or attack cards for the rest of the turn. Remove this card from the game after it resolves. So basically, we've just got 24 free damage that they can't do anything about, not including Bang. If we see all of these, we'll probably just win. If we check them, we might just lose. We have to have other supporting cards, but this is just like a free card. Like the gnarliest hand is like, I've got 1 of this, 1 Swimming Bird, and then 5 foundations, and then I'm just like, all right, I'll play this Vengeance. I'll commit my 1. All right, I'll poke you for 6. All right, I'll build 5 pass. Ooh, that's such a nutty turn. That's such value, such value. Speaking of Swimming Bird, we're playing 4 of it. This is my secondary kill condition instead of Vengeance of the Fallen Angels. I want to smack you up with a Vengeance and not doing the first enhance, so giving it 6 damage. And then these cards are very cheap. They're 4 diffs, 5 mid for 5. That's insane. That's a really, really strong. And it only gets stronger because Spike makes it a 7 mid for 6, and then it gets additional damage equal to the number of face downs that I have. Real strong stuff. On to the new, now we'll do the last Spike attack. We're playing 4 Falling Heel Strike. Honestly, this card's just to reuse some of our cool stuff. I will Spike Enhance, flip something that I don't necessarily care about, and then unflip a different thing. This attack gets 2 speed. So it gets 2 speed here, it gets 2 speed here, it gets an additional damage. So it is a 6 high for 5. The main reason it's in here, honestly, is because it's got a really good low block. I was finding low blocks to be hard on my attack lineup. I couldn't figure out which ones I wanted to play. It was either this or the the Lord Raptor flash attack that I cannot remember. Anywho, moving on. Now we get to go into the cool stuff. We've got Deflection Swing. Deflection Swing is a weapon reversal that says add the top card of your deck to your staging area face down, and then add one of your face downs back to your hand. So this card in Spike is basically draw one card, because I'm going to be having face downs that I want to use. There's any face down in any foundation in my deck is like worth being in my deck, right? And so maybe I'll use an ability, like I'll using ridding the world of outsiders a little more willy nilly, because I know I can pick it back up with Deflection Swing. In addition to that, it can take in turn a committed foundation into a ready one, because it does not say add it committed, so we assume that it's ready. It is a little baby attack. It is a 5 high for 4 in Spike, which is not very much, but if you can catch it on the reversal, it just gets exceptionally good because of you copying your opponent's ability. Imagine blocking a Coffee Samba, which is super easy to do as Spike because of flip -2 speed, and then playing a Deflection Swing. Heck yeah, I'll draw 2 more cards. You draw cards, and we'll stun you out on your turn. This card is really, really good. We're playing a double sword, Spirit Sword Thrust. Once again, I just wanted to pick up my face downs. I wanted to reuse them. They got cool effects. I want to play them. It also has EX2 in order to get through some stuff, and it's got the same stats as Swimming Bird. Excuse me. This card is a little lackluster in the deck. Maybe I would put it down to a 1 of. It doesn't have a block, which got caught in my hand a couple times. But otherwise, I was happy with the way this card performed. It was fine. And sometimes it gets really, really big. It gets +3/+3. We're picking up those cards. My last 2 attacks are Allurophobia. This card was very underutilized in my deck just because I wasn't playing the water action Getaway Fire. Is that the name of that card? Gateway Shuffle. That's the name of the card. Wow, I was getting my fake cards mixed up. To give it a bunch of different damage, and then kill them for it. But this card was fine. Not stellar, not terrible. It was certainly a threat, so maybe my Spirit Sword Thrust or my Swimming Birds hit later on. Under the foundations, we're kind of playing a bit of just a generic Spike deck. We're playing 4 lighted up. I'm probably going to have more face downs than you, unless, you fight Elena during one of your rounds, which she will certainly have more face downs than you. And your attack is +1 damage. So +1/+1. Now my character for each one now my character with one of these is +2/+2. Playing 4 Ridding the World of Outsiders. This card is one of the most disgusting broken cards in Spike since the new set, since the set came out, because of the fact that I get to play a Swimming Bird and yada yada, and then I commit 3 of these and say my Vengeance of the Fallen Angel has an extra 6 damage, and then make it unblockable. So now it's a whatever for 12. Oh, it's 12 unblockable damage off of a singular attack. That's actually just not a fair interaction. In addition to that, it also makes your Allurephobias really big, which is another way to kill people. Under the defense, we're playing 4 Toughest Punk in Junior High. Honestly, this is the main card I wanted to pick up. I want to be able to flip a card with Spike, not this one, and then block with it. Or, heck, even this one, and then be able to pick it back up with Deflection Swing or Spirit Sword Thrust. This card being so Spike good is just why I wanted to play it. Playing 4 Habitual Smoker. I just love this card, and it's got Spike's big dumb face on it. Lose 1 vitality. This attack deals no damage. Gain 2 life. What this does is this does 2 things. Number 1, if you are positive you're going to block this, I'll lose 3 vitality to gain 6. That's really good, especially because when we do have 24 life as a 7-hander. Just stretching that out is just really gnarly. In addition to that, if my opponent's posturing to block, yeah, I'll pay my 3 life in order to. If you full block this, I'll take it back. If not, it was just 3 life. I'll gain it back later. 3 life is 1 Toughest Punk. It's fine. It is not that big a deal. But if they full block my attack, I'm going to gain that life back. Playing 3 I Have a Sword. Honestly, this card was a little lackluster. I probably would take it out, but it was played in the tournament, so I have to talk about it. Or commit after your attack deals damage, add 1 face down from your foundation, from your staging area to your hand. This card is fine. It was a 1/5 3 low block. There's not much else to say about it. I would keep it in at a 1 of. These should have been 2 other slots. Triple Agents wise, I said this in a previous video, or a different video, maybe depending on the order of which you watch. These lists were kind of conceived before Spirit Gun truly got the axe, got the errata in order to say Yusuke only, and so it's possible somebody was playing them under one of their lists, and so we had to just include this card. Maybe it's not necessary now, but Moonset's still a card, so there's that. We're playing Triple Manifestation. Honestly, we'd play this card just because it's a 1/6, the 2 high block. If we get stunned, we stun them back. There's not a lot of commit foundations. I don't think there's any commit foundations costs in our deck, and so the other ability is kind of blank. Hey, don't stun me. It's a bit of a deterrent for that. Double Generous Gambler. I've got all these face downs. I'm going to do something with them. Enhance Destroy when face down. This attack is +2 or -2 speed. It turns every single one of my foundations into +4 or -4 speed, respectively. Playing Double Wear Light. This is truly just a disruption card. Choose one of my opponent's abilities that they can't play or a committed card and force them to play that as their next enhance, or they pass. So they'll pass, then I'll pass, and we'll go straight to blocks. This saves you a lot whenever the best play I did with this was versus a Technical Sphere. A Technical Sphere, I'll copy that thing. Wear Light, you'll play an ability you can't play. Oh, well, your Technical Sphere did have a bunch of cool abilities, but now you're just not allowed to play them. Double Dreaming of Becoming Whole. This card's really good on defense. It is... I will block and commit it in order to pass my check, discard a momentum, ready it back up, and then flip it for -2 speed. So basically this card, whenever it is ready, it is -3 speed, if that makes sense, because I got to ready a card. Playing Double Syndicate Target. This is just a really good free flip target for Spike, and that's really the main reason it's in here. And it's got gnarly stats: 0/6, 0 low block. The burn 1 doesn't necessarily matter whenever we get down to it. We've got so much life. Playing Double God of Thunder. Destroy one of our foundations, ready it. Once again, we've got all these face downs and nothing to do with them. So let's pop them, blow them up, and re-ready our stuff. It says we're allowed to be a little more overly aggressive when it comes to attacking or even building turns. I'll commit some more foundations in order to ready it back up, and if they happen to block attack me, I'll get it. This card also gets us out of Deadlock, which is very important versus missile launcher decks. And then my last card in the deck is Familiar Faces. Response Destroy. After your opponent plays an ability on an action card, cancel it and discard it from their card pool. So the thing about this card is I don't want my character to be banged. I don't want to be Torgo Brothers. I don't want to be whatevered. And so knock it off. This card in combination with Ageless and Wise says that Torgo Brothers just doesn't work. Really, really cool, really rad stuff. So, all right, everybody. Thank you very much for watching this Spike 1 profile here on TCG University. If you like the content and you want to support us, go out to patreon.com/TCG University and share out there any of the cool levels that we have. We've got podcasts all early. In addition to that, if you like the Campus Championships, they're live every single day at 11 a.m. with the losing deck of that day's match out at 1. So, from all of us here at TCGU, stay learned.